What are you doing here? You have any idea how important the research you're interfering with is?
Research based on the horrible experiments carried out on Aurora's citizens.
I recognize you now. You were at the source when I was a child. Still so sure you're on the right side, huh? That you're always right? Still so full of yourself over your abilities, I guess. But I'll teach you. I'll show you your place.
Just us now.
Do you have the key? Please hurry, some of us need help.
Here, I finally have the key. Take it and free your comrades.
Thank you. Thank you a million times. Wait. You're with the Resistance, right?
You could say that.
There was this guy who was part of it too. He was a prisoner here. His name was Sam. Do you know him?
No. So I guess he's dead then?
He said all kinds of strange things. About a deal with Abundance and how they were going to attack Green Hope to help them.
What?
He spoke to someone called Marco. He said he succeeded. That Abundance agreed to help them. Sounds crazy, right? He must have been raving. Thank you again, in any case.
A man that recommends killing traitors while making deals with Abundance on the side? It's not easily explained.
So, did you get to the Shadow Line? Did you free the prisoners?
Yeah, I found them and freed them. And I found out some interesting things about the site.
After what we've just done, I'm not sure we need more information. We're going to be able to enter Shadow Lair and attack the source.
You want to leave soon, right? You wouldn't want us to still be around when Abundance shows up, would you?
What? How?
One of the prisoners heard about your alliance from some dying guy. The former member of the Resistance who was your liaison with the other guild. How could you do that?
Don't you see? It was the only way to weaken and disperse the Technomancers enough so we could hope to defeat them. Abundance is ready to support the government we'll be setting up. And with their help, we'll finally have a chance.
At the expense of Green Hope, which has already cost Aurora a lot of blood.
What does that matter now? Aurora doesn't need Green Hope. What we really need is freedom. A future.
And you really believe Abundance's promises? Don't you think the only thing they're interested in is getting a hold of this site?
Maybe. But once we have the source, we'll set up a new government. A government of the people. Then we'll be stronger than ever, and Abundance won't be able to do a thing against us. Roy, you know that without me, the Resistance would be nothing. That I'm ready to give everything for it.
If we let traitors off the hook, it'll mean the death of the Resistance, remember? And you didn't just betray your side. You betrayed the Guild.
It's not treason. I did it for the good of the Resistance, of Aurora. You can't kill me, Roy. What will happen to the movement without me?
So long, Marco.
There! Kill him!
I never would have believed he'd betray us. I think he really wanted to help the cause, despite everything.
Maybe, but he landed us in a pile of shit. We have to leave Green Hope as soon as possible and take the source by force. The Technomancers were hit hard, so we have a chance to take them and we can't pass it up.
We'll go then. You want one of your friends to come along?
I'd like Mary to come with us.
I keep asking myself why you drag her along with you. She's, bizarre. Never mind, we may be able to put her talents to use.
We're finally leaving Green Hope, fleeing before Abundance gets here, after shedding light on the activities of the Technomancers and weakening them. Not only did we sabotage their excavation site, but we also discovered the inhuman experiments they were carrying out on the defiant citizens of Aurora. We've won enough here for now, and hope they'll fall, along with the dowser that's backing them, so they'll have to confront their madness. I was even able to help the farmers with their crops, and even if they have to flee, they'll still have something to eat with them. It's still good news. Especially as I have lots of regrets. I would really have liked things to have turned out differently. I wish Marco hadn't betrayed us, that I hadn't had to kill him, that Green Hope had stayed ours. But we have to go on to the next chapter and keep moving forward. My dear Mary is with me, of course, as we march on the source. Her help and support will be invaluable to me. Because the tyrant will be well protected, and it's time we settled a few scores.
There! Kill him!
So, that's the source. All this wealth. But you've already been here, haven't you?
This takes me way back, Judy, and I only ever got to see the areas reserved for the Technomancers. I didn't have access to the government offices.
It doesn't matter. We'll find the dowser. It's time for the Resistance to confront the oppressor of the people. The tyrant will be judged for his crimes. We have to be careful. Failure is not an option this close to victory. Defeating the Source's guards isn't going to be a cakewalk.
I'm not worried about the guards.
So he who has no fear has nothing to lose. I ask myself sometimes, what are you looking to gain fighting with us?
Innocence was put to death in front of my eyes. He didn't deserve to end up like that. Wisdom and his thugs will pay, I swear it.
Roy, revenge can destroy you. It's a darkness that can devour you from the inside. I liked Innocence. He was a pure soul. Avenge his death if you have to. Not for revenge, but for the future that he wanted.
All we have to do is enter this office, and it's done.
It's gotta end, and now is a good time. I need you to stay here while I sort this out with Judy.
You want to be alone with her and the old man? You think she's pretty? And you don't want me to distract you?
That's got nothing to do with it, Mary. There's no reason to be jealous. She's the new leader of the Resistance, that's all.
This is true, but I also know that she is fond of you. Please be careful. Trust yourself as I do. You are all I have.
Hey, don't worry. I'll be back soon.
What the... But you killed him. Why?
Wisdom was my friend. He was the leader of Aurora. I could not let him be dragged in front of an angry mob. Let the people judge him. You were going to debase Aurora in the eyes of the other guilds if you humiliated its dowser. I couldn't allow that.
You're completely wrong about us. Yes, he would have been judged, but it would have been fair. We're not here to destroy, but to rebuild.
Your beautiful ideas are naive and dangerous, girl. And I was sure you wouldn't understand. But I'm ready to answer for my actions.
You will be judged for this murder as well as for your involvement in a corrupt government. You will have to answer for many things.
Are you sure we can leave him alive after what he just did? You heard him. You think he'll just stand aside peacefully and watch the Resistance form a new government?
I'm not like him. I can't kill just because it suits me. He may be a pragmatist, but there is the blood of a hero running through his veins. He fought for Aurora. But this is your fight and your decision.
You're right. We're better than this. He needs to stand trial.
I guess I have to thank you for your mercy. Even if my execution is just postponed.
Yeah, you should thank him. You could have saved innocents but chose not to. Don't think he forgives you. Roy, I'm proud of you for not giving in to your anger. The page has been turned and we have a world to build. Come with me. The free people of Aurora await.
So, in the name of the Resistance and right ideas of freedom for the people, I've committed sabotage, spied, even killed. Including one of their leaders who thought he was doing good and committed betrayal for the benefit of Abundance. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. Thanks to our actions, the Technomancers are now under constant Resistance surveillance. Their dreams of power are at an end, this time. It was suggested I command them, but I don't like the idea of holding all these people on a leash like I was. Mary once thought about joining them, but I convinced her to stay with me. Whatever the future holds, at least we'll meet it together. Tenacity has decided to hunt for the Resistance. He's looking for traitors, everyone suspected of participating in all the horrible things. That'll probably lead to a real cleansing. Judy hates the idea, but she can't stop the people from holding grudges. Aurora will have to set up a new government. I hope, of course, that it'll be less corrupt, but I'm not dreaming. There will always be tyrants ready to take over the guild, ready to dominate the people for their own ends. Judy will keep debating as usual to try to defend her dream. She did, of course, ask for my help, but to be honest, I'm not sure I belong among them. I'll be staying here for a while regardless, just to see how things pan out. Because I know the conflict is far from over. Abundance will not give up so easily. The death of our dowser and the recovery of Greenhope will give them the hope that they can crush us. And even if we still have a war hero, he'll soon be appearing before a court. If he's let off, I fear he'll be the leading opponent of the new government. Anyway, For the moment, life goes on and Aurora can now dream of a better future. One that Innocence, who sacrificed himself for this dream, will never know. And so I write the final words of the war log of Innocent Smith to give it a proper ending. Farewell, kid.